Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Warhammer Meta Chasers. This is your biggest and best live tournament rundown show. We're going to be going over Warhammer 40,000 events happening all over the world coming up this weekend. My name is Paul Murphy. I'm joined by Dustin Henshaw.
Hello, everyone.
And Adam Camilleri.
Oh, g'day.
Chat, welcome. Hope glad to see some of y'all. We're going to be doing some great stuff here on this episode. This is going to be the event where we talk about the Studs and Snotlings event. We're going to be doing some live pairing at the end of this show. You do not want to miss it. We're going to be talking about the Invasion 2025 and the Crucible Grand Tournament there in Florida. It's storied events here. Events been going on for a long time. Before we get too deep into it, I do want to give a shout out to an event going on in Belgium coming up here. This is a duos event. They've been growing that scene there over the last couple of years. Steven de Ritker is I think responsible for helping pull all that together. Going to be happening almost 60 players, 2-person teams there in Antwerp, the Hammers and Bolters duos tournament. Love to see that stuff happening. Wanted to give as many shout outs as we possibly can. How are y'all doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. I wish I had a little more info on some of these events. I see some are possibly using the new rules, some maybe not, and that's just going to happen for the bigger events with longer lead times and signups. Apart from that, dude, the meta is looking really exciting. I am very keen on what's coming for all of us as we chase this meta.
Yeah, I am exhausted, stressed, tired, and very excited because we got the event this weekend, and we are absolutely using the new stuff. We were going to leave it until midnight tonight if we didn't have a data slate until now, but luckily we got it a little bit earlier, so we had some time to kind of play with the list and get them in there. So
this may be controversial, but I'm always like, look, I of course leave it up to the tournament organizers. They're the ones that have to take all the risk for this kind of stuff. But I'm just like, pull the Band-Aid off. Nobody wants to be playing with yesterday's news. Make considerations if you have to.
It's like everyone in their heart wants to always play with the most current thing, and then like so many people push for like the change immediately, and then someone points out, I only have this 2,000 point army, which is now illegal, and I've bought flights and accommodation.
Yeah,
I completely get it.
Yeah, and then everyone's like, oh.
It's obviously a subject for another podcast. Maybe some of the ones you could find some of us on, that kind of stuff.
Literally all of them.
It's like, where do you do the compromise? Do you do it on the rules? Do you do it on the battle ready? Do you do it on the, the prog? Again, who knows, right? But that is what I love is that the fact that we have a very, healthy, thriving community where the organizers do feel empowered to make those decisions, which is awesome.
Exactly right. And in like at that level, when you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, the organizer just has to do what's best for their player base. It's like a lot of people put it to a vote. A lot of the time they're just like, we just canvass their players and be like, who's going to be really peed off if we adopt the changes? Who isn't agile right now? For whatever reasons, there's a lot of financial stresses out there in the world at the moment. You can't go run out and buy the unit that went down in points, so you can drop the unit that went up in points and do a swapperoo. So yeah, I think you just got to look at it like you're a customer with your customer base and be like, guys, what's going to piss you off the least?
Yeah, you can't make everybody happy. We got to do the best we can for the community. And like, you got to remember too, like with all the updates we're getting regularly now for balance, which is amazing, but that means changing lists very often.
So it's now becoming a thing where players will be like, okay, I have been playing Death Guard, which is the best army in the game, and I'm about to go to a GT that's like a week after when the slate usually drops. Maybe I play demons that week. Maybe I just play demons that
look,
week.
If you're on that the edge of the bleeding edge of the meta, you've got some backup plans. But let's get in here. Here's the Invasion 2025 event here, where there is 107 players competing over 6 rounds. Dustin, what are we going to see there?
We are going to be seeing in the Imperial Super Faction there are 3 Sisters of Battle, 2 Custodes, 4 Admech, 6 Astra Militarum, 1 Granite, and 5 Imperial Knights. Space Marines, 4 Adeptus Astartes, 5 Dark Angels, 4 Space Wolves, 4 Blood Angels, 3 Black Templar, 1 Death Watch. Chaos, there's 2 Chaos Space Marines, 1 T-Sun, 6 Death Guard, 6 World Eaters, 3 Emperor's Children, 5 Demons, and 8 Chaos Knights. Xenos, there's 5 Necrons, 2 Orcs, 5 Tau, 8 Votan. Whew. Hive Mind, there's 3 Tyranids and 1 single Genestealer cult player that is traveling the world right now. Eldaria, there's 4 Drakari and 6 Eldaria, meaning the faction podium is Votan, tying Chaos Knights in first with 8. And then Eldaria, Astra Militarum, World Eaters, and Death Guard, it's in second with 6. Tau, Necrons, Demons, Dark Angels next.
That's a 10 faction podium.
That's crazy.
10 faction podium.
And Imperial Knights aren't even on here.
Correct. That is a silver podium breakdown. 11 is the gold standard for a
Mhm.
3 faction for a 3 podium breakdown. 11 is the gold standard. So 10 is pretty much, right behind that is in second place. So well done to the Norwegian meta. You guys are doing it right.
Yeah, that's
Some
amazing.
real surprises in here though. Like some real surprises. Votan, of course, brand new hotness, brand new codex, very very strong
Is
in
it really
Europe.
surprised to see it up there?
It is surprised so quickly. I actually assumed we'd be a couple of weeks away from seeing the big groundswell of people
The
getting all the
hobby
new
lag,
miniatures and stuff. Yeah, correct.
new
No, I guess
models.
all the new
Not just
stuff.
having
Yeah,
one of each kit. There's
it's cool stuff though. It's
So
cool.
the difference is, I guess, we've had like 4 years between Votan getting models. So
That's
but-
well,
so there's
they got their
unlikely.
models. Well, I guess they get the
Yeah.
Jaegers.
Yeah, so apart from Jaegers, so they've had like one big influx of models, which was 4 years ago. So if you're a dedicated Votan player, you have 3 of everything painted,
sure.
and then you probably got your 20 Jaegers when they came out, and then maybe you're just ripe, ready to rock and roll when the new stuff drops, and you can just pick it up and paint it a lot quicker and with more agility than some other factions. Like, because I assume most of the players who are playing Votan now were playing Votan before, but the new players that are going to come to this faction because they're attracted by the rules and the way they play and the new miniatures, they'll be a little bit further behind, which is why I thought we weren't going to see them shoot right up the faction podium immediately, but I was wrong. So yeah, really excited to see that.
Oh, clip that.
Astra Militarum getting up there in second place, very good to see. One of the most well-rounded armies, so much depth in that codex. Seen a lot of ponies come back into the meta as well. A lot of people have identified that
the
Death Riders.
Fighters. Yeah.
Well, we saw it last weekend with Dan Salmons, and there was a couple lists that I looked at for my own personal knowledge that a lot of them were packing a bit of Death Rider goodness, and or add-on Rough Riders, or a bit of both. Tau is one that's quite surprising to see here, as well as Dark Angels. Tau didn't get a lot of direct meta changes in the MFM and stuff.
I think their response to Eldari and things like that, they're creeping back in there.
Well, they play one of the better transport games in the game at the moment, and when you're in a damage-heavy meta like we are, just having your boys insulated in a box goes a long way to evening out your score. They didn't get a lot in the MFM. Balanced Data Slate Riptides going up a strength is not insignificant. It's actually quite big, but on face value, they weren't huge beneficiaries. What they are is beneficiaries of the things that got nerfed. They actually had a real rough game into a lot of the top of the meta. Outside of Death Guard, things like Thousand Suns were a bit of a nightmare. The Bogoats were just outvaluing them. Every time they wanted to kill something, they killed something. A lot of misc fire that just did a bunch of dev wounds to punch through all their tanks and stuff. So they were having a rough time of it into a bunch of the top of the meta stuff. They've actually, they're actually a backhand beneficiary of the changes because a lot of the top meta went down. They're staying stable and getting a little better.
Indirect fire, ghost kills, special abilities. I think those give them a couple of key advantages in what we think the meta is right now.
Yeah. In addition, they almost had to like spam out Skyrays, Hammerheads, and Riptides. That was pretty much the only list that they had that could rumble into the top of the meta. The big 3 we had previously, Death Guard and Double Knights. Outside that, like, they did not have things that scratched the paint. And so it was almost like they were forced into, this is the only things that work, and then there's everything else. And now that's squished together a bit more. So I'm excited to see where Tau goes from here. I have two players to break down for you, because the first place and the second place players in Norway are in attendance in the ITC, and I thought they were both worth looking. Mostly because the first one was in Chaos Knights. I'm like, it takes 30 seconds. But the second one was Votan. So I'm like, yes, let's look. First up, we have Eirik Stensland, who is first in Norway in the ITC, playing Chaos Knights Infernal Lance. Trippy Gatling despoilers. Nothing new here.
What?
Absolutely terrifying. Absolutely disgusting. Backed up by 3 carnivores, and then a really MSU looking package of allies here in the demons. 3 into 3 Nurglings with 10 plague bearers for the sticky and a bit of backboard control, so you got some screening insulation, and then 3 single beasts of Nurgle. So eschewing the Rodigus that we've seen many others take for a much more well-rounded, I guess, scoring package from the Nurglings, plague bearers, and beasts. Backed up by 3 of probably the best shooting unit in the game at the moment, the best single model shooting unit in the game in the despoilers. I don't think that's probably up for debate. And then 3 of the better melee single units in the game in the carnivores. So a really cool package here by Eirik. What do you guys see? Anything new?
Nothing
Beast
new.
Nurgles.
I mean, I love the Beast of Nurgle. I think they're actually a great ad for the kind of list that Chaos Knights are building right now. The Nurglings, I do like 1 or 2 of them for sure. 3, sure. The fact that they don't score kind of hurts. Like, they can't do actions and whatnot. But
yeah,
That's what the Beast of Nurgle are for. Plague Bears for
Correct.
the backfield. Like, I mean, that's all you really need. That means all the big stuff can do what it does best. Kill stuff.
Look at just buying an extra turn for those Gatlings.
Correct.
You
Yep.
know, like
Yep.
I think that's all they're there for. And the Beast and Nurgles, I think, are a good take. I mean, they can be a frustrating unit for opponents to deal with. I mean, I think we're playing a very lethal game, so the amount of times that comes up is infrequent. But when it does, it's almost going to be like twisting the dagger. You know, right,
Yeah.
right in the heart.
Well, yeah, you put people in positions like, okay, I have a single Beast of Nurgle who's going to get me 5 primary if you don't kill it, or I have a Carnivore in your face that's going to kill you if you don't kill it. Which one do you do when you only have enough guns to kill one of them, which is a lot of positions that you can put people in, especially in the later turns of the game. And I love that duality here because the Beast of Nurgle require the same lethality response as a Carnivore. So you can see this as 3 Carnivores and 3 pseudo War Dogs. They're not quite as durable on some Matrix, but the fact that they regen, meaning they need to be one phased, means that they bring a different kind of pressure and different kind of demand from your opponent. So I quite love this.
And like in the Marine build, you probably have to force like 2 units on 1 unit of Beast and Nurgle. You know,
100%.
to guarantee.
Yeah, you could just roll badly on your wound roll, or they could just spike their 5-ups. You have to have insulation. You have to double down and guarantee on Beast and Nurgle. You can't swing and miss. Next one we have is Adrian Stray, who's second in Norway, playing Leagues of Votann, playing the Nidgard Oathband.
We need a bigger slide. It's a lot of list.
There's a lot of list in this list. There's a lot of list in this list. So the Nidgard is, of course, the reskinned index detachment for those people who wanted to know just off the cuff what this does. Starts with an Evaluator with the Ancestral Crest and an Iron Master with Dead Reckoning, then a Karl, Uther, a single unit of 10 Hearthkin, a single Carrier, being the new transporter choice, a unit of 3 and a unit of 6 Thunderkin, 2 of the new Earthshakers, 10 Hearthguard, 2 Landfords, 3 Pioneers, 10 Jaegers, and the menace that is the melee Steeljacks. Love to see it, boys. What do you think of this list? It's just it looks like a Marine list to me.
Yeah, that's actually a good comparison. It really is just like a Marine list, except their Landfords are better than Land Raiders. Yeah.
Are y'all in favor of the melee Steeljacks versus the shooting Steeljacks?
Yes.
I think it's a meta call. If you find yourself in much more of a board controlly MSUE game, like if you find Eldars just everywhere, some people playing some wacky things like ACDC bricks still, maybe there's Horde Demons or whatnot in your meta, I think the guns make a lot more sense. Because what you don't want is just like trading your 6 melee Steeljacks for 5 freaking Aspect Warriors, which can be a thing that happens. If you pick whereas the Bolter ones step out and they clear 3 units without having to commit to a charge and a trade. So it's a bit of a meta call for me. What do you think, Dusty?
No, I think it's if you have Thunderkin, you take the melee Steeljacks every time. If you don't have Thunderkin, then there's the debate of whether you need the shooting in the list on the Steeljacks instead. I still think the Steeljacks, their melee is just better overall with all the other guns that they can bring in the like. If you have Pioneers, you don't need the guns of the Steeljack.
So you're filling a gap with that may not be present.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're saying if you have enough DACA elsewhere, you can do away.
I mean, you're going to notice that you're not going to see nearly as many Berserkers in these kind of lists anymore, and that's being filled by the melee Steeljacks, right?
Yeah. Well, the Berserkers have their own freaking detachment now.
Yeah, they do. If they're in that attachment, then you'll see them. Okay.
For context, many people would be asking, "Oh, Adam, why didn't you do a detachment breakdown? There's so many Votann players." I went to do one, and I was 3/4 of the way through it before I realized there's of the 8 Votann players in attendance, there's 1 Delve. So there's 1 Delve Assault Shift, which is the Berserker detachment. Every single one of the other 7 is the Nidgard. So wasn't enough diversity. I felt warranted doing a full breakdown. Yeah, I wanted to know for myself anyway, like what are people playing? But then the Delve Assault Shift, when you want kind of the list that I've been seeing are more than 30 Berserkers, that is a little bit of hobby lag. As people I bought all the ones I could ever use before. You're telling me I need more now. I could only use 30 before. And those are the people who adopted the Tim Schneider build with usually the 2 or 3 by 10. And yeah, I agree with you. The melee Steeljack kind of invalidate the 10-mans outside of, a 5 in a transport. I still think is quite a good piece.
Still okay, yeah.
But the full 10-mans really only find a home in the Delve now. I think they've been a little superseded, which is cool to see because it's awesome new models to play.
Yeah.
Now, if you're new here, this is the time where we pick the winners. We predict what faction we think is going to win this thing.
Gents, Dustin is going to be picking last for his event. So I'm going
That's
to be
fair.
generous. I think, Paul, and we should let him pick first here.
Okay.
But we're doing it different for my event, remember?
Oh, you're not going to get any points for your event. I suppose you know all the players and all the teams.
I do.
Can
But
still get points.
I can still get
No,
points. Come on.
Dustin is the freaking TO for his event. He only gets 1 point for correct.
Well, no, we're doing it differently, remember? Because we're going to be doing the
Okay,
whatever.
whatever. Just pick
So-
a faction, Dustin.
I'm going to pick a faction, and it's going to be the best one ever. I'm actually going to go Votan because it's Europe.
I know. I would have picked the two. Paul, what would you like, mate?
Yeah, I feel like I got to go Eldari. Good
Not
Eldari
bad.
player is going to go a long way.
I'm backing the number one player there and the numbers and going CK.
Yep, makes sense.
Safe as a bank.
Safe.
Next event we're going to be talking about is the Crucible GT that's in Orlando, Florida. 151 players playing over a 7-round event. This is like Crucible 15 or something. Like they've been doing this for a bunch of years, typically at a convention type environment as well. A lot of great players in that area, so it's going to be really interested to see how this all shakes out faction wise. What are we going to see there?
In the Imperial Super Faction, there are 1 Imperial Agent, 1 Sister of Battle, 7 Custodes, 7 Admech. Holy crap. 2 Astra Militarum, 2 Grenadiers, and 11 Imperial Knights. Space Marines, there's 9 Adeptus Astartes, 4 Dark Angels, 4 Space Wolves, 5 Blood Angels, 2 Black Templar, and 3 Death Watch. Chaos, there's 6 Chaos Space Marines, 2 T Suns, 5 Death Guards, 6 World Eaters, 4 Emperor's Children, 3 Demons, and 4 Chaos Knights. Xenos, there's 6 Necrons, 5 Orcs, 5 Tau, 4 Votan. Hive Mind, there's 6 Tyranids and the 1 ubiquitous G-Circle player. Eldari, there's a 3 Drukhari and 12 Eldari, meaning the faction podium is Eldari topping it off with 12, Imperial Knights right behind them with 11, and then Adeptus Astartes behind them with 9, not Death Guard. In fact, they're not even close to podium at this event.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's been very refreshing to see.
And Chaos Knights are even further down. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really nice. I will say it's a little bit of an asterisk next to the Eldari number there, because if you do not submit a list by the list cutoff time, as in you've dropped but you haven't dropped, like you haven't submitted a list, you don't intend to go, it will default you to Eldari at times.
Then you have to play Eldari.
Yeah, you have to. It's
you have to come and you have to come and play Eldari.
You rock up late, you got to play Eldari. So there was 17 when I control left my way through. Of what I could see, there was 5 of that 17 had unsubmitted lists, so I didn't count those. So forgive me if it is actually 11, but I know it's not 10. So it
could be 17, 11, but still number 1.
Could technically be 17. Exactly right. Exactly right. Doesn't change them from being number 1, is what I was trying to say there. No matter what, they're either number 1 or equal first. This meta is much more stratified than it would seem on paper, with a lot of factions getting very close to each other in between the 6 and 4 band of takenness. Is like almost 3/4 of the factions in attendance. I would say big shout out to the 7 Admech players.
Yeah.
Coming in there strong. More Admech players than Sisters, Astramil, Grey Knights combined, equal with Custodes. Big shout out to them. Honorable mention. And Adeptus Astartes being the taken of choice is a little surprising to me, but I did do an Adeptus Astartes detachment breakdown there because they have received quite a little bit of juice, as they always freaking do. Where I like, nothing came out for a week. That Space Marine detachment. Just sprinkle some Space Marine detachments on the populace. Outside that, the nosedive that the Chaos Super Faction has taken in Florida is quite surprising, where we huge proponent and components of the World Eaters, Demons. There's a lot of Chaos Knights, a lot of Chaos Space Marines, very strong players I know of in that area. But they're all pretty middling in there. The most taken is equal World Eaters and Chaos Space Marines, both above a Death Guard, which is pretty surprising. And we've also seen a bit of a dive across this whole weekend of Thousand Suns numbers. And even if the new stuff hasn't been adopted, people see the writing on the wall and they're ready to jump ship to check out some other stuff, usually also within the Chaos Super Faction.
Debus Mechanicus, I mean, they do have a Primarch level ability now.
They literally have a 170 point Primarch. Yeah, he's at a level with where what he does now between shooting and buffing is equivalent to some Primarchs. And so I absolutely auto windmill slam that Belisarius callback in those lists.
That's crazy.
Yeah, really good. But I'm super excited to see what I didn't want to look too deep into AdMech this week, so I honestly didn't expect to see these numbers. But next week, if the numbers are about the same, I'll be doing some pretty big deep dives into the units that get taken. I want to know what people are using to build out their lists around that ability now.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. That's my question too. It's like, because there are it's got a lot of units for quote unquote fairly new faction. They have a ton of units, and I think it's very intimidating for folks that want to figure out what to take to events like this.
Well, yeah. So every edition since they came out in 7th edition, and then every edition since they've almost had another quarter added onto their army units. Like last edition, or was it edition before? They got all the Birdie Boys. They got all the Taraxi. This edition, they've only got the stilts. Only the stilts.
So I love it. They're extremely Warhammer. Like, I love factions. It's super 40K,
it's
right?
Fantastic. But anyway, I've got 2 things to show you here. First and foremost, we have the Astartes detachment breakdowns. This is all 9 players in attendance and what they are playing. 4 Gladius task forces, so half of or thereabouts. But then it gets wild. 4 new detachments came out recently, and all 4 are being taken. 2 players are playing the Shadowmark Talon, one of which is John Lennon. We're going to break down his list in a moment. 1 Forgefather Seekers, 1 Firestorm, which is Salamanders. I checked and is listed as Firestorm, but maybe forgot to just tick over the and whatever. And then 1 Emperor's Shield, because there's an absolute baller Chad playing Lysander and the Emperor's Fist, Imperial Fists over there. But yeah, this is way better spread than we've seen in recent months. Those new detachments have come in and invigorated some people.
That's what you like to see right now. Well, obviously I feel like the Raven Guard one is actually pretty thick. So
I've been a long proponent of Raven Guard being a sneaky good Astartes build. Most of it is much harder to wield than so many of the other builds, which you don't see taken, because it's got a very, very big skill ceiling where you need to always be ahead of everybody. It's very similar to a Vanguard for Tyranids. It's like a Tyranid Vanguard build with a little bit more damage in some ways, and then a little bit less durability in some others. Like, yeah, it's quite interesting where you're just spamming out just huge amounts of lone ops and just trying to leverage control over the battlefield. But now the Shadowmark Talon has juiced up the damage again. So they even do more damage from the new units they've been able to take, and then just so many other amazing abilities to jank around and do what you like. So I'm pretty high on it. If I was a board of Gladius Space Marine player, I would definitely play some Shadowmark Talon.
Look, you take 2 great characters if you want to. So.
Well, that's exactly right. Like, they've gone through and it looks like I don't know if the White Scars new boy is out yet, or the Iron Hands, or those lads, but they've decided just to go through and add a second character to everything, like they did with Adrax when he came out for Salamanders, because it turns out a lot of the game functions off how good your characters are. Gilliman and Calgar.
Auras and buffs, yeah. I mean, like,
yeah. Gilliman and Calgar just made a whole army, made a whole thing. And it's like, it didn't matter what you strapped on next to that. It was just going to be a good list. All right.
You're making me mad at him. Everybody it all depends on how good your characters are. And after my Primus just got beat into the ground.
But you have 7,000 characters.
I am not that many of them.
700 of them are good.
I may have been too hyperbolic in saying that you can just rely on it is a level that factions get to pull.
It is just a lever they get to pull.
Inside
because it made me think of my Primus.
It's not like defining. Like, you can have a good faction that doesn't have good special characters, but when
you have something like Belisarius Call or something like Gilliman, there's some.
You do just get the option to build around them.
I'll dip into the theme a little bit. Like with the Space Marines, like it feels good to be building around a heroic named character sometimes.
Yeah, correct.
Like to build around, like to synergize your units. It feels like it's a cool thing to be doing, especially with Marines.
I will say, like, we've had previous editions just in the modern era of the game, which I delineate as 8th edition onwards, where we never took special characters. I don't know if I took a special character in 8th edition. Like, maybe I took a Yarrick every now and then, RIP, Baelai. But, I took Yarrick every now and then, but that's about it. I pretty much didn't take any special characters in 8th edition. In 9th edition, I took a couple, but in 10th edition, I take heaps of special characters, and it feels good. It does feel good.
The game's done a great job of incorporating them into, like, just the normal run and play of things, whereas in 2nd edition, up to a certain point, there was almost a bit of a, like, even if it was just among the player base, a slight stigma if you took special characters instead of building your own.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't exist anymore, which is awesome.
It is. Well, there is a thing, like in 8th and 9th edition, you could build like you talk about like a Smash captain. Yeah, you couldn't build any Blood Angels character that could do half of what a Smash captain
Banginius.
could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. You couldn't do anything like that. But what they've done now, so I mean, Dante, you can build a smashier character than Dante, but Dante brings something unique that no other character can have, and that's what they've started doing with special characters, like giving them something that they're the only thing in the army that can do this thing. They might not be the shootiest or the fightiest, but they're probably good enough at either or either if that's their identity, and you get some X factor.
Mhm.
And I think that's the perfect place for special characters to exist. But moving on,
Love it.
one list to break down. I did double down and do an Astartes list because it's brand new to the meta, and I wanted you guys everyone to have a little look see. I think you can also go into the War Room in Art of War and check out John playing this exact list. But this is John Lennon. You know who he is. He's playing Raven Guard. He's playing Shadow Mark Talon. He's got Ethan Shan. Ethan. Just call him Ethan.
It's Ethan.
He's got a Shrike, Captain with Jump Pack with Hunter's Instincts, and a Combat Weapon Lieutenant with the Coronal Susurrant. 5 intercessors, 2x5 jump pack intercessors, 6 and 3 dev sense with las cannons, 6/3/3 inceptors, and then 2x10 units of Vanguard vets. He's actually pretty low to the ground when he goes for utility units because Ethan and the Combat Weapon Lieutenant are actually premium utility units. In addition, Ethan's an absolute beat stick and buffs the rest of your army with reroll charges. And then the 2x3 inceptors can also pinch out to get some actions done and things like that, in addition to the JPI and these intercessors. But this is what I mean. So you essentially, this army functions off Vanguard vets, which don't hit that hard comparatively to other units.
Hey, lethal hits goes a long way.
5/1/1, it's
Well, just saying.
You're right. It's a lot of attacks, but when you look at them and you look at like a Sangard, Death Company, other punchy units with jump packs, you're like, these guys don't hold up. But when they've got freaking lone op, you get to recycle them through, different abilities back, uppy downy abilities come back onto the table, and you get you can guarantee multiple instances of action out of them. Whereas a lot of the time, I'm sure you'd say this, Paul, your Death Company are like always on a one-way trip.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much one-way trip. Whereas this tries to get them recycling, reused, and doing lots of other stuff by use of
that makes sense with the 10-man there of
Yeah.
wanting to have them on the table longer.
Yeah, by use of having things to recur them, put them back into reserve, or keep them lone upped and pretty safe. So this is a very janky list that only has 2 premium shooting units. The 6 inceptors depend on matchup, but the dev sense that 6 and a 3 are always going to be able to kill something pretty much. Doesn't really matter what it is. But yeah, this is a very cute list, and it's got a little bit of everything that I love. A lot of mobility and a lot of not mobility, because
are those all plasmas on the inceptors or some?
I think one of I know the 6-man has plasmas, and I believe at least one of the 3-mans that I remember. So the other 3-man might be bolts or inceptors. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all plas though. That's probably what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, actually, when he has that many dev set turrets and las cannons, having a couple bolts might make sense, but I think the plasma's just better overall, right?
Sometimes the volume of fire with those bolters helps you kind of hose down small units or something.
But the blast, right? The plasma ones have blast. That really skews the numbers when you're firing into hordes. You're actually trying to get the volume, right? And then they're better for damage and AP and do more elite things. It's like I feel like they're just better right now.
Well, are you forgetting Sus 2?
I don't roll 6s, Adam.
Is a hell of a thing, mate.
You got to roll 6s for that, though. I don't roll 6s.
Well, have you checked your dice lately? Do you have 6s? Have they fallen off?
Actually, no, they do not have 6s. None of them have 6s.
Well, there's your problem. You just identified
legitimately, not a single one of the guys I use
uprising
has a 6
symbol
on it.
There's a skill issue all along. But anyway, time to pick some winners, lads. Paul, you're up first.
Oh, up first here for this. This is tough.
So I will let you know there are some very strong Floridian players here, in addition to a couple of the Art of War boys. So this is a stacked event. Nanavati's in attendance playing Eldari, so there's a very strong pick if you didn't want to go for Lenin or a couple of the other top ranked players in the ITC.
Yeah, I need to know, is Sigler there playing at Depis Mechanicus?
Oh, I didn't look. My bad.
That's your chance.
I don't want you to know.
Yeah.
I was not going to look.
Oh, I thought Adam was. So
is Adam actually looking?
Adam's looking. Adam's fact finding right now.
He's looking right now. He's trying to. Okay, now I'm looking too. Now we're all going to look.
It's on. It's on. Do we even tell Paul if he is?
Yeah, he's picking first, so
You know what? I'll just blind pick it.
Oh,
Mechanicus.
That's a bold move.
Oh, my man.
Bold move, Cotton.
I can't type. He is, and he is. Ball did it.
He believed. He believed.
He manifested. Dustin, you go next.
I mean, I'm gonna take Raven Guard specifically. Let's go. Come on, John.
Nah, I'll give you a starties.
Okay.
It can't be that ruthless. And I'll do the Eldari.
I think we have some pretty solid picks for this one. So
yeah, pretty straight up and down.
Now we're going. Look, this is an event very near and dear to our hearts. The Stud and Snotlings. This is from Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. That is way farther north from all of us.
From all of us, every single one of us.
From most of us. It's probably closer south from Adam.
What?
Probably, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But this is a 211 player teams event. There are 26 teams of 8 competing over 5 rounds. We're going to be drawing team pairings for round 1 on this show in just a few moments.
We're looking forward to it too. I know a lot of the chat started to fill up with the players at this event, so you know you got what you guys are waiting for. But we're going to go over the actual quick and dirty stats of this event as well. As you'll notice, there are 211 players because there are some non-playing coaches that have submitted lists, so that's why it's not an even 208. But so 26 teams means anything that is represented with 13 or more is considered broken, more than top of the meta in the Canadian meta, at least.
A popular choice.
A popular choice. But let's see what it turns out to be here. So in the Imperial Super Faction, there are 6 Sisters of Battle, 7 Custodes, 3 Admech, 12 Astra Militarum, close, 8 Grenades, and then 16 Imperial Knights. There's the first one there. Space Marines, there's 4 Astartes, 4 Dark Angels, 4 Space Wolves, 4 Blood Angels, 2 Black Templar, and a Death Watch. Chaos, there's 11 Chaos Space Marines, 9 T-Suns still, brave lads, 18 Death Guard, of course, 12 World Eaters, 7 Emperor's Children, 5 Demons, 16 Chaos Knights, Xenos, there's 9 Necrons, 5 Orcs, 6 Tau, 9 Votan, Hive Mind, there's 8 Tyranids, and you ready for this? 7 Gene Stealer Cult. That's right. That's right. Canada.
Up there in
what have you
GC
done?
country.
What have you done?
This is Ascension country, man. Ascension country.
No, you gave them hope.
Eldari, there's 5 Drakari and then 12 Eldari, meaning the faction podium is technically total Astartes, topping off with 19, as only 7 teams didn't take any form of Astartes. Then Death Guard behind them with 18. Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights both tied at 16. Astra Militarum, Eldari, World Leaders behind them with 12. And then CSM with the casual 11 behind that. That's actually a pretty popular choice, too.
This is a pretty strong breakdown. I mean, the big 3 are all from the previous meta, and you've full adopted the MFM and all the points changes. The slate and all the points changes all broke over the halfway mark. They're all 16. They're 3 over the halfway. It's pretty significant, really. So there's only 10 teams.
Clarifying question: can the Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights be on the same team?
Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights, they can be on the same team. Yep.
Yeah, it was to represent the same. Some events don't always let 2 knights join up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and some smaller teams events, absolutely they do.
Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely they lock it down. I mean, you can. They let you ally the second one you didn't take as a full army a lot of the time, but they'll be like, this is a bit rough on our newer players, kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is pretty big gaps. I mean, then we even have a 4 player gap between. Technical second place with the CKIK versus Astra Mil, Eldari, and World Eaters. Happy to see Astra Mil time up there in big numbers again, though. That's pretty good. But they're flirting with the halfway point. And then CSM. What's going on? I haven't seen CSM in such numbers in a while, let alone in a teams event. So that's
I don't know what to tell you. In Canada, we love Bile. We really love Bile.
Yeah, fair.
I say the possessed and
yeah.
Yeah, that is totally fair enough.
Like if you count the number of possessed in this tournament, I bet it's easily over 100, if not more.
Are they like another? I mean, I guess they are, but are in the place like World Eaters, like you just take a bunch of rush lists.
Yes,
like pressure lists.
They are very much built as a World Eater list, which is why you see a lot of World Eaters too, because they pair well together, or they just play one way or the other, right?
Yeah, Yep, I like that. I mean, especially if you could even triple down and go with Empress Children, or even quadruple down and go Blood Angels into that package as well. And
Yep.
you, like full half of your team is tilted towards melee pressure, and that can just really terrify some pairings processes.
Yes, Chris, and a Chaos Cult. I know you're running Chaos Cult.
And a Chaos Cult, I'm here.
Chaos Cult. Don't forget me.
I will ask you, Dustin, on behalf of all of your players, why are your Astartes players so confused? They can't seem to pick which is the best Astartes right now. We have like a full equality breakdown between Astartes, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, and Blood Angels. And the one that I would have thought would have been the better one in teams, Templars, is not one of those four I reeled off.
We have a lot of, I'm not going to say purists, but people that prefer a specific chapter.
Oh, so they're specialists.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's not even specialists. Like, this is just what I like. So we will call them specialists. Yes.
They've got their one flavor of Skittles or M&Ms. That's the only one they eat. Out of
all the other colors of Skittles, and whenever they get the bag, and they will only have the green or the blue or the red, whatever it is.
I should have said Starburst. Anyway,
Starburst, that'd be easier to pick out. Skittles, if you're picking out that many colors, man, you're wasting your money. That
pain in the butt.
So are we picking winners before? We have to do it before we make or break some players' nights by giving the pairings.
Well, we're gonna do it live. So I'll be picking out the pairing. Then we're gonna pick who wins, and I'll pick out pairing. Then we pick who wins. And
we're picking the winners of each round.
So the way we're gonna score this, the way we're gonna score this is for every round win, you get 1 point. And then we add them up at the end. So whoever has the most points gets 3 points. If two of us are tied, you get 2. They both get 2 points. And if it's a 3-way tie, we all get a point because we all.
And we're doing the 3-2-1, like second place. So it's guaranteed points here for somebody, or
we can
just
do
give
that.
First place.
I just say was either 3 points for one person, 2 for 2, or 3 for 1.
Dopamine go up, number go up. Let's go.
Wow. Wow.
We're trying to do math.
All the math. All right. Are we gonna do this?
I'm gonna have to be quick on the typing. All right, let's roll it.
You're gonna type it. I gotta type it anyway because I gotta keep track of this. This is something.
I'm gonna type out picks. So I'm just gonna be. So you just say number 1, number 2.
Okay.
So this is team 1. This is team 2, and then you read out the names, and then Paul, we all say whether it's 1 or 2, and then I can track that very easy without having.
There are 2
boxes. Taking on creativity of team name is what
correct.
We're doing? Okay, fair enough. Look, I'm just
absolutely. You can pick however you want. We've got
our knowledge banks. So
we've got all the detachments. If you really want to look it up, we got the factions. You get to pick that way. So I got 2 boxes. Tried to split it up as much, either like the northern and or GTA Kitchener areas all in one, and then everyone else outside of that, because they'll play each other less. And any teams that have more than one team represented, they're in the same box, so they will not be paired against each other round 1. After that, you're on your own. I'm not bringing back the Amazon box. We got
Paul's
team
just vibing.
All right, so
I'm trying to remember names from people I met like 4 years ago when I was in Kitchener.
All right, so here we go. Number 1 is BBB versus Bottom Table Titans. Oh, that's gonna be a good one. I like that one.
Oh, Bottom Table Titans gets my vote.
Right, so Paul's going with 2 first. I'll go 1. Dustin.
I like both these teams a lot.
Is that one of the Bloodbath and Beyond?
It is.
The BB?
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with that. Let's go, Armando.
You go 1 as well. All right, next up.
I did not print your full team name, Nick. That was ridiculous. Okay. Next one. What is that? Chimera Gaming upside down. There we go. Chimera Gaming. So that's team 1 of Chimera Gaming versus number 2 is Blunt Force Trauma.
Number 2.
I go 2 as well.
I gotta take my local boys, Chimera Gaming. Let's go.
Oh, legend. What you got for us next?
All right, next up. Oh,
yeah.
So go ahead.
That was a couple of names that I knew. I know both of those clubs. I know both those teams.
Yes.
So, yeah, I knew that one. Yes.
I recognize that reference.
Yeah.
All right, number 1. Phoenix Games. Another one fairly local to me. Versus Mighty Morphin Toy Rangers.
Well, one of these names is not like the other.
I will go with Phoenix Games.
Oh, really? You're flipping the script? All right, I'm going with Mighty Morphin. Yeah. Dustin?
I'm going to go with Mighty Morphin because one of their G Circle player is trying one of the techs I taught him, and I'm excited for it.
I'm glad I picked what I picked.
Insider knowledge.
kidding.
It's almost like he's the TO or something.
Right?
It's wild.
All right. Next up, number 1.
I think
Oh.
if Dustin doesn't win this, he should lose points.
Oh,
Sure.
Continue, mate.
I don't think it'll make a difference, so we're good. No problem. All right, number 1. Is that upside down again? It is. Halton Heretics Dictatorship.
it's like a
Okay.
band name.
He is not
Yeah,
playing my
that's-
Brood Brothers list, Jaden.
That's the band name and the album name, right?
Yes, absolutely. And they are going to be against number 2. Whoops, upside down again. 40K Abridged.
It's a coin toss for me. I know neither of these crews.
I'll go with Team 1.
Team 1 for Paul. I'll go 2 just to be different.
I have the utmost confidence in them.
Yeah, I believe my choice is in fact correct. Dustin, what would you like?
I'll take the Heretics. So number 1.
Number 1. Beauty. All right. Next
All right,
up.
Next up. Blood Buddies
It's gross.
versus.
What?
Listen, you don't have any Blood Buddies? Well,
I have a family.
the Hiram or Woggers.
Waggers has got to be. Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
blood in the title in the other one.
All right. So Paul's a 1. I'm a 2.
I am 2. I'll go with the Woggers.
It's a name to believe in.
It is a name to believe in. Absolutely.
If they don't all war together before they start the round, I revoke.
It's a requirement.
I change,
It's a
I
requirement.
change
They
my
did
vote.
this last weekend. I don't know. I feel like they
I
should
change my vote. If they don't get in a huddle and war as 1, they can't win rounds.
They've got about what is it, 36 hours to practice their routine.
Okay, here we go. Number 1, 40K semi-pro.
That's how I feel a lot of the time.
Yeah. Against Stunner Scrub.
Oh, well, we got to go Stutter Scrub, right?
Yeah, we all got to vote. We all got to go with the home team.
I can't not vote for Stunner Scrub. Sorry.
You know what? Stuff it. I'm going against. I'm going.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's go. I'll be the contrarian.
They're actually a really fun team. Those guys have a great round 1. Okay, next up. Yeah, there's no orcs on the Woggers. That's like a.
Are they not taking any orcs?
I don't think they have any orcs.
I'm changing my vote. Oh, no, see you later. No,
That's
see you.
fair.
Sorry, boys.
That's fair.
How can
right.
you expect to win?
But the
like
Waz
this?
is in their soul, you know.
Number 1. There it is. The other guys. You're up, Davey. Who are you going up against? Let's see. Who are you going to lose to? Who's Davey going to lose to? It is War Games Warriors.
Look, if Davey's in the chat and that team's in the chat, I'm going with the first team.
Davey is absolutely in the chat because he wanted.
Oh yeah, I got to back the chat. 1's all the way.
Oh no, absolutely not. No, his team is going to do really well, but Davey's going to get pooped on. So it's going to be.
I back Davey to get pooped on less than you think.
Yep.
Okay. All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Wear your brown pants, Davey.
Really, really spicy round 1s. I don't know. This is really good. This is going to be a great round 1. All right.
Love it.
Next up, Team Sweden. No, they're not
Yes.
actually Swedish.
No, they're not. I know the story behind this. It's pretty funny.
And then against what's that? Oh, 1s into 1s.
Oh,
1s into 1s.
ones into ones.
So that's one of our patrons. That's who's your Canadian?
Oh, well, of
team.
course.
So bang, twos for me and Paul. Dustin,
Well,
you going 1 or 2?
I have to at least get some vote on the other side, so we'll go with number 1. All right, yeah. Team
You
Sweden.
hear that? Who's your Canadian? Your fellow Canadian does not believe in you. He's nowhere near as whoosial as you are.
Wow.
Take that.
My goodness, the shade.
The shade is thrown.
Mighty cool over here.
All right, next up. Whoop. There it is. Bloodbath and Beyond.
David's comment's fantastic.
I saw that.
probably
Bloodbath
thought
and
it was
Beyond
just me.
versus Ow Wow, it's Scotchhammer. That is a combination team that's of Ow Wow, which is Our Wives Are Weary of Warhammer, and Scotchhammer.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going with the Bloodbath though.
I'll take number 2 there.
Yeah, nice.
I
Dustin?
have to go with Ow Wow. I love that name.
I will go with Bloodbath and Beyond for the simple fact that they have annoyed me for many years when I try and control F my way through the faction stats, and Bloodbath and Beyond are there with like 19 players, and I'm like 27 Blood Angels players. What's going on here? Because all I do to search it is Blood plus, so Blood plus a space bar. So I do Blood space, and then like I get freaking 99 Blood Angels players, and I'm like, oh crap, I guess this is a thing. So thank you very much for screwing with me for many years. I've only felt
Nice.
Okay, next up, number 1. Halton Heretics, the Democracy.
So not the dictatorship.
Yeah, so I think this is their number 2 team.
This is the folk band team.
The folk band team, yes, exactly.
Yeah, the other one is hard rock.
Hard rock. Yeah, there you go. We got it. We got that. Against War Game Warriors, Mercs.
I'll go number 1.
I know. I wish there was a little bit of like funny, a little bit more there, but we'll go number 2.
Number 2. Okay. I'm going to. I'll go War Game Warrior Mercs.
Was that 1 or 2?
That's
2,
2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay. We're getting near the end here. Confirmed Democracy is the B team. There we go. I call it the number 2, the folk squad, but Redacted 40K versus Keep Quebec 40K.
That kind of rhymes.
How strong is the first team?
Who was it again? Redacted 40K. I actually have to look that one up. I can't remember who's on that team.
I know
going number 1.
I know the Quebecians pack some heat, so I'm going.
They absolutely do, yeah. But Redacted actually might be pretty good. Let me have a look here. Let me have a look.
Nah, blind.
Oh, you're doing
Stop
blind?
looking. Stop looking.
Okay, sorry.
Look.
I'm looking. Well, I mean,
40K redacted.
Yeah.
There you go.
Going all the way.
Let's do it.
I will do Équipe Québec. All right. There's only 4 teams left, so it's getting harder to find them. There we go. We have Mid-Table Terrors against the Warrior Heretics.
Oh, I got to go with the Mid-Table Terrors.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet name. I'm doing them as well.
All right. Well, I got to go against you then. I'll go with the Warrior Heretics.
No, you say that too confidently. Now I'm worried. No, I'm Mid-Table Terrors. I mean, it's literally in the name. They've told you.
They're a great team. Like, I love those guys. They're great. Okay, that means there should be only 2 left. Oh, thank God. Okay, good.
Yeah, what do we do? Have to start over?
Yeah, start over. Okay, so Camilleri Gaming 2 against Red Dragon. There you are, Nick. I was wondering where you were.
Ooh. I know Chimera Gaming's 1 is not a
I'm going for the Chimera Gaming 2.
You going all the way?
There's no B squads saying, everybody.
Dustin, what would you like?
Nick's in the chat, so I'm going against him. Chimera Gaming 2.
So you're going 1 as well? I'll go the 2 then. I'll go with Nick. I don't know who you are, Nick. I love you. You're going to do great.
Yeah, thanks for joining us in the chat. It's going to be a great event. You know, it's going to be a great event. See all the enthusiasm. You know, it's you'll love the game up there. It's going to be fun. Great competition. Cannot wait to follow along and see what's happening there. Kind of fun to do that as live pairings because now those teams get to go have conversations about what their strategy is going to be. It's going to be it's going to be hard to focus on anything other than that leading up to those
Hey, good luck if you have
rolling
to work
dice.
tomorrow.
Yeah, cannot wait to see how that shakes out. That's our show this week. It's been a pleasure coming to talk about Warhammer with y'all. I've enjoyed it. Have y'all enjoyed it?
Oh,
I loved it.
absolutely.
This is great.
Is it LGT next week, boys?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Better tune in then. Don't want to miss that show.
No, gonna be awesome. Well, look, everybody out there playing, hope y'all do great. Roll sixes. Always be doing that. We'll
Ones
be
into
back.
ones.
Yeah, we do have a special club for that. It's the 1-to-1 club. Where everyone's basically a member. If you haven't already printed out your at-home membership card, you know you probably should at this point. But look, also something else you should do at this point is like, share, and hit those buttons down at the bottom. Leave some comments and that kind of stuff. That is one of the things that shows the algorithms that other people should come and hang out with us as well. We have an amazing time. We do this every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time live. We have an amazing chat group. Normally we do something really ridiculous here at this part of the show. And if it's your first time here, come back and check it out. You might like it. But until then, we'll see y'all next week, everybody. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll talk again soon. Good night, everybody.
Take care.
We'll see ya.